Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today I thought I'd go over what characters I recommend picking up for their reruns and also some considerations for upcoming characters as well. My recommendations will be strictly based on my experience playing these characters since they have come out, how good are they currently in comparison to then, and are they still worth pulling for? Before we start though, let me know in the comments down below, what is your all-time favorite series? It could be a game, anime, TV series, really anything. For me though, it would definitely be Pokemon, and even though I have yet to catch them all and become the greatest Pokemon trainer of all time, I will get there one day. Lastly, if you guys do enjoy videos like these, make sure to subscribe, also hit the like button, and now let's get straight into it. I wanted to start off with our DPS character options, which one of the biggest characters I recommend picking up on a rerun is Topaz and Numby. Topaz wasn't too favorable for a lot of players when she came out, since while her kit did work with other characters, it didn't feel like there was a perfect relic set or perfect synergy at the time of her release. But the potential for future value was absolutely there. Over time though, we got the relic set Ash Blazing of Grand Duke, which was a perfect fit for numerous characters who use follow-up attacks and definitely was a nice touch for Topaz and Numby, who are highly follow-up attack centric. Then the release of Ruan Mei, who at this point is one of the best supportive characters in Star Rail, made a lot of team comps even stronger, and Topaz definitely appreciated what Ruan Mei was able to bring to the table. Dual DPS comps became much stronger with the release of Ruan Mei because she can buff up the entire team, rather than how most of our buffers currently primarily only buff up one character by quite a lot. Exceptions being characters like Asta though, who does team-wide buffing, and Yukong with proper speed tuning. Overall though, dual DPS becoming stronger was great for Topaz, because now it's easier to pair two follow-up attackers on a team and buff both of them up equally. Then our final puzzle piece was the glorious free Dr. ratio, who is one of our strongest DPS characters currently and also deals a bunch of follow-up attacks, and as a result, he paired very nicely with Topaz and Numby. Topaz has absolutely went up in value since her release, and if you don't have Ruan Mei, it's honestly fine. You could definitely pair up Ratio and Topaz together and still have a very strong pair of characters who synergize very well together. Another pairing I really like as well is Topaz and Himiko, which Asta can be used with them as well for a fire team. Get it? Because they're all fire characters. Topaz will continuously get stronger in team comps as time goes on because of how she operates with her ability Proof of Debt, which increases follow-up damage onto an enemy and also benefits team members' follow-up damage to that enemy as well. Numby only needs 2 attacks dealt to an enemy inflicted with Proof of Debt to be advanced by 100%, which means an immediate follow-up attack, and the more follow-up synergistic characters we get, the more Numby will literally destroy the enemy. As for another DPS character I'd recommend, it would honestly be Kafka. And yes, her banner did just go away, but whenever she does get another rerun, it's more than likely she'll still be the queen of damage over time comps, since she synergizes so well with characters who can inflict damage over time onto enemies. Similarly to Topaz, both of these characters hold very strong future value, and because of that, I'd always recommend them to some degree as long as there's proof that they have been getting better as the game goes on, which is definitely the case for both of them. My last DPS recommendation though would be Jingliu. She has remained one of the top DPS characters for quite a long time and overall is just an amazing ice damage dealer. I will say though, in the case of Jingliu, if you have a pretty stacked out Misha and Misha's built pretty well and just want someone to fill in your ice DPS role, then Misha's completely fine for this. And we are also getting Acheron next patch, which depending on how strong she is, can fit the role as your main damage dealer that just honestly destroys everything in her sight. I'll cover Acheron though in particular once we get more information on what she'll be doing fully from the live stream, which should come out, I believe, after a week of Sparkle's release or so. So stay tuned for that as well. But now let's go over our supportive characters I recommend considering. Our first option is none other than Xuan. Xuan is a very strong option to keep your team alive because of her being able to reduce the damage allies take when she's on the field, and with her skill, she takes 65% of the damage an ally receives to herself. Since she's built with really high HP typically speaking, she's pretty bulky and taking plenty of hits, and she can also heal herself within battle too. Another bonus is that she can heal a small amount to allies with her ultimate, increase allies max HP, crit rate, and can also allow an ally to resist a crowd control debuff when her skill is active. Overall, Xuan is an awesome option for sustain to use on your teams, and our two other limited sustains are pretty nice options too. Huohuo is great for her cleansing she's able to provide the team. The healing that Divine Provision gives when an ally's turn begins or if they use an ultimate, and with Huohuo's ultimate also increasing the energy of allies in their attack, and that additional energy and attack overall can be really nice for creating very strong rotations that may have not been possible or even as likely to happen or even as easy to happen because of certain team members potentially missing that little bit of energy they need to be able to do a pretty nice rotation with their ultimates as a result. So overall, Huohuo is a great option for constantly cleansing your team, giving the team more energy and attack, and allowing for some pretty fun energy rotations. I've had a lot of fun with her, especially recently in the PvP Cup, where I was able to use Yukong, Dr. Ratio, Huohuo, and Black Swan, and this team was very, very fun to play. Because of how their ultimates were able to line up, it was just pretty fun to play out. And the last limited sustain I would recommend, of course, is Luocha, who is amazing with his healing potential and his Abyss Flower field. Luocha can definitely keep your team alive with how much he can heal, and he also has an emergency heal which can also cleanse an ally. And relatively speaking, he is also the most skill point positive between Xuan and Huohuo, which can be a nice factor for skill point hungry teams. Unfortunately though, Luocha doesn't give additional buffs like Xuan does with the crit rate for example, and Huohuo can with the energy and attack, but at least at E0 he doesn't give additional buffs. But overall, his healing is very strong and absolutely will keep your team alive. So all three of our limited sustains are awesome choices depending on what you want the most from your sustain. Luocha and Xuan have attacking ultimates, and if hypothetically I guess you did break with Xuan, now you can inflict entanglement onto the enemy, and if you break with Luocha, now you can delay them because he is an imaginary character, so breaking with him can be pretty nice as well. And while this character isn't a rerun character, Aventurine will also be a preservation class character. So depending on what he fully does, he might actually want to be the sustain that you go for depending on your teams. Similar to Acheron, once we get that livestream information about him, I'll compare all four of them when it comes to overall value and of course the potential value in the case of Aventurine. But he can be a major consideration to take a look at, as well as potentially what Gallagher will be able to provide. He's going to be our 4-star abundance character of 2.1, so we're just gonna have to wait and see, but trust me, I am really excited to see what all these characters are going to be able to bring to the table, and just being able to compare all our limited sustains to see which ones actually cater the most to your accounts. So be sure to stay tuned once that video happens as well, whenever we do get the live stream. But for our last character of today's video, it is none other than Ruan Mei. Yes, she did come out in 1.6, which was literally last update, but for those who did miss her, I would 100% recommend picking her up next time. Ruan Mei's kit is literally stacked with how much buffs she's able to provide and how universal she is on quite literally almost if not all team comps. Weakness breaking efficiency is incredibly powerful for being able to break enemies quicker, and in some cases deal explosive break damage to enemies. She provides a huge damage buff with her skill and one of her traces to the entire team, and her ultimate takes it even a step further with increasing the entire team's ult type resistance penetration and also applying Rebloom to them, which delays them from regaining their toughness meter. Ruan Mei also gives a small speed buff to the team, dealing a percentage of her break damage whenever an enemy gets weakness broken, increases the break effect of the team with one of her chases as well, and overall she's literally packed with so many valuable buffs to make your team incredibly powerful. Her being as universal as she is just so good for any player to honestly have on their account, and I can see her being one of the best supportive characters for a very long time because of how high she honestly set the bar for what a supportive character can provide for a team comp and just how universal a character can be overall. So I highly recommend picking her up whenever she does get a rerun in the future, and we can take a look then as well how many characters have come out since Ruan Mei, and we can compare them. Is she as valuable then? But personally, I think it would take a lot for Ruan Mei to not be as valuable anymore in the future as well. But that'll be all for the characters I recommend checking out when they do get a rerun. I'd love to know which characters are you guys looking forward to for a rerun in general. Which characters do you guys also recommend for people to consider picking up as well in the comments down below? And I feel like in general, the supportive characters, which is why I recommended primarily supportive characters, I feel like they have such a good longevity on their value because I feel like it's harder to completely, I guess, power creep a support because in the end, the support is still very valuable. And a lot of our DPS characters are still very valuable. And all the supports that have come out that I personally pulled for, like our limited sustains, and of course, Ruan Mei as well, most of our supportive characters, I just highly recommend them even when it comes to the future. As for the rest of the week, though, I will be releasing my Lycone review for Sparkle soon once it's officially revealed, so stay tuned for that as well. And I'll just be going over all the options for Sparkle if I think her Lycone is worth it. And lastly, if you did enjoy this video, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope you all have a good one like always. Peace.